And we're live.
Yeah, the only thing I have to do is just make sure that the audio is off on public view. So, oh, and it's moving. Okay, I'm refreshing that page. And we have no feedback, so we're perfect.
Yay.
All right, everybody, welcome to the Pride edition of the Azrael&Shaudy show.
Hello.
And I do believe this is our fifth installment at this point. I feel like you guys are really in for a treat. It's going to be a really fun one. It's going to be more of a personal show, a little less on the hot topics, not necessarily for any other reason than us being kind of focused on Pride season. So, with that said, I'm going to go ahead and introduce my co host. You know her as a dancer, content creator. Maybe you've watched the videos and heard her stories. If not, hit the hashtag friends supporting friends so that way you can actually check out her page, watch, comment, subscribe, all the good stuff. So everybody give it up for my co-host, Shouty Best.
Yay. Thank you. Well, it's time for me. I'm sorry, my house is kind of loud right now. But I'm going to introduce my co host. He is a makeup artist extraordinaire. He is a guru, a beauty technician, a tarot card reader. He's a very intelligent, very multifaceted. He owned his own company. He's run businesses. He's done so many things, and his name is Azrael Vicious.
Hey. So I feel like I really wanted to start this podcast on a really light note. And I thought people would really get a chuckle out of your personal story from Pride when you tried to go to the lesbian march.
Wow, we're really just going to get right into
Jumping right into it, yes.
it. Well, I'm not even sure what year this was. I believe I was like 18, and I wasn't 18, I was 19. And it was in San Francisco Pride. I went with, I want to say, it was like 5 or 6 people. And what happened was we got to where we were staying, and there weren't like enough rooms, and we are kind of just sleeping on top of each other, literally, like everybody's all scrunched together, and we just, so that was the first uncomfortable part of the experience, but that could have been fixed easily. It just, that's how it was. But we get to the actual march. I don't remember if this was the first day or the second day, but it was women marching, and I was like, I'm at the Pride Parade. I'm going to see what all the fuss is about. I'm going to like have a full Pride experience. And what happened was I started marching with the women. I was so excited. And this was like before I started like transitioning or anything. I had my hair long, I had makeup on, but it wasn't like anything serious. It just kind of, that's just how I dressed at the time. So I was walking in the march. They were playing music. It was great. I was like having a good time. All of a sudden, I just started looking at the actual women marching, and they have the dirtiest looks on their face. And I'm just like, oh, did I do something wrong? Did I say something? I was trying to think about like if I said anything walking over there that they may have heard, but I don't think I said anything. That's the crazy part. I was just marching and saying like, oh, I love the music. This is great. And someone literally walks up to me and says, this is not your day. You need to leave. And I was just like, well,
Wow.
what do you mean it's not my day? And apparently there's the male gay pride day and the female gay pride day, which was news to me. No one told me going into this that it was strict and exclusive, and I'm not even sure if it really was. I think she's just being mean, but she literally walked up to me and said, no, this is not your day. You need to move. And I was just trying to march with them. Like I was feeling the spirit. I was feeling the good vibes, and I thought I was. I thought I was feeling good vibes, but it was something completely different. And my experience was just, that was my first Pride experience. And after that, point of the day, I literally just walked off to the side and like sat on some steps because I was just like, I think I'm done. Like it just wasn't cool. But yeah, that's my story.
Okay. Well, thanks for sharing. I think I should probably tell an awkward story too. Now
Okay.
my story, I was 16, and I really wanted to see Kelly Rowland at Pride Night at Great America. And I knew it was going to be my only chance to really see her perform because I'm like, she lives at the time, I think, in like Texas or something. And she really only toured major cities. So I really wanted to make sure I got to see her when she came to my little Santa Clara city or whatever. So basically, my brother outed me. Like, he looked up the event because I told him I was going with a friend and told my mom that it was basically like gay and lesbian night.
And that's how they found out.
Yeah. And I think God bless my mama's soul, but the first question is like, so you want to like have anal sex? I was just like, why is that your first question? It's like,
What?
I'm like, I feel like she was just handling it all wrong. Like, wrong road. Wrong road.
I mean, yeah, wow.
I had no words.
I don't remember like how that happened for me, but that's a really crazy story.
I mean, yeah, I had
Kelly
to go to the
Rowland.
chase. Like, I just felt like so blindsided,
I
and it
bet.
was just weird because I mean, you know how my dad was. Like, he didn't talk to me for 2 days because he was just like trying to process it all. But when it came time for me to go, he like gave me money and stuff and told me to have a good time. But
Yeah,
it was a very interesting transition.
man. Wow. Like both of our stories are just like, okay, come on. But I don't know. I just feel like that's just how it is sometimes. Not everybody has their great first Pride experience where it's just like literally rainbows and happiness. Like that doesn't always happen for everybody.
Literal rainbows, literal.
Literal rainbows and happiness. But
Well, I mean, I think I started going to like Pride around like 16. So
oh, okay.
yeah, but that was like Great America. Like I remember going to San Francisco Pride, and that was I've never seen so many areolas and penises in my life.
I left
It was
I left
horrible.
that part out. I literally was walking through the crowd. I lost my friends. I don't know where they went. Yeah, like everybody just disappeared and dispersed without like giving me any kind of notice. I was just like, okay, I'm by myself. I gotta find people. So I'm like into my way through the crowd, and I come out, and it's literally just like it had to be like 20 naked guys, like, and they were just chilling, like dancing, feeling the music. And I was just like, where the hell am I? Like, what just happened? And it was okay. Like nobody said anything. Nobody was like shocked but me. Because I guess they had seen them there for a little while. So like the shock went away, but when I saw them, it was just like I was like, you remember in Thriller when the lady saw him for the first time in zombie, and it was like, that's exactly, that's exactly what happened.
Yeah, I mean, I would love to say, oh, I was so shell shocked, but I mean, I was kind of pre warned. I just remember the year
Oh,
my mom decided she was trying to like become accepting and try like she wanted to go. She wanted to try to see what it was all about. And I just remember her saying, y'all probably gonna see some stuff y'all ain't never seen before on the BART. Because we were not driving to San Francisco. It was just like we were not doing that. Even though we had BART, we were like, no, we hated the idea of that. So we catch BART, she giving us the whole like prep talk about like, just hold your composure. Because it was the first one to go, oh Lord, I never see so many penises. And all I can think about is like that Gwen Stefani song, like you be singing, like, is that all there is?
that's that's Fergie.
Oh, who did I say it was?
Gwen Stefani.
Oh dang! I mean, they're basically the same person, right?
Oh God.
Wow, I really thought that was going to be funny. I'm so dumb.
No, it's okay. But yeah, that's I didn't get to go to Pride or anything like that with my parents or anything. They've never done anything like that with me, but I just I don't even remember my coming out experience to my parents. I think they just kind of always knew what was going on, and then one day it was just like, okay, I guess this is happening. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we never really had the talk, and they never really like found out from anybody or like. But I just remember like I couldn't like be in the room with boys for a long time, no matter what age I was. Like my dad was like, shut it down. Like,
Shut it down.
like he knew. Looking back at it, like he really knew. Like they knew. That's why like, I couldn't have like guy friends over, and sometimes girls, but not really. And I never got to go to like guys' houses for a long time because I was like, "What are you doing over there?" Like we're just playing video games, guys. Because that's all. I was really good. Like I didn't really do anything. At least when I was younger. But yeah, coming out is really hard and really it's not the same experience for everybody. So I just hope that yeah, in 2019 I'm hoping we can have a positive experience when coming out now, but it's still hard.
Well, when I got outed, y'all, let me show y'all how I looked because y'all gonna be shook, so shook. Can you see the jerseyness of it all? I feel like I need to like lower my brightness. It's like too bright for the camera.
I saw it.
Okay, let's try
There you
again.
go. There you go.
Yep, that's me. Inside a jersey and baggy jeans and Adidas. I'm so bad.
Adidas.
I heard it on a black movie.
Oh my gosh.
I
Yeah.
want to say house party. He was like, "Give me them Adidas."
I never even okay. So many people are gonna be mad at me right now, but I've never like watched the house party all the way through.
Oh, let me tell you, that's like House Party 3 is my favorite one. When Bernie Mac was talking about that man's wife like that, and he was like, "Oh, back in the day, your wife sucked the meanest. Oh, they used to call her Joe Bone."
I can't.
He was
I
like, "That's my hoe. I mean, wife, you talking up?" Yo, man. So you was a lucky man.
Wow, wow. I
Oh,
mean, we
yeah. Grandma used to burn everything. Honey, that's not burnt. That's Cajun style.
oh, you mean like burnt on the stove?
She burnt everything. Everything. And they
Remember that
swapped.
time?
I just remember they swapped the Ninja Turtle DVD for an adult video. So she thought she was watching Ninja Turtles, or they thought she was watching Ninja Turtles, but she was hanky panky.
Remember the time I burned the rolls at Thanksgiving?
I don't.
You don't remember that? It was like one of the only Thanksgivings I was at your house, and I burned the rolls.
I mean, they should have never gave you the responsibility anymore.
I can cook though. It was just on broil.
No.
It was on broil, and I didn't know.
I'm
It
so
was
happy you
going.
can cook, but what are you going to do about the lack of reading comprehension? Because if you don't know,
You gonna play people? You gonna play the audience and tell them that I can't read now?
I don't know, Kelly Mayweather.
No, we're not going down this road. We were talking about pride, okay? That's what we need to get back to. You talking about I can't read now.
I mean, honestly, though, I feel like gay pride season, it really just, it changes for me as I get older. When I was younger, I felt like I knew no gay people I feel like I was the only gay person that was like out at my school. And I wasn't even out because I wanted to be out. I was out because everybody else could see it. And they had no problem saying it or roasting me about it every day. So, like, I didn't even get that choice. Like, I was being told what I was before I even knew what it was.
Yeah, that's annoying. I wouldn't know what to do. I just know in high school I wasn't really out. Like I never really told anybody like about myself, but I didn't like say like, oh, I'm this or I'm that. It was just like I'm me, and nobody really questioned me. But they
Oh,
they started to question me once they saw me. Like I was the student body president at the time, and I was the Olivia Pope of my high school. And people don't. Somebody from my high school's gonna watch this and be like, "You."
oh my
Know.
God, was it handled?
It was handled, and
Oh no. Did you see my hand
I
gesture?
need to fix all the problems. Okay, like
I have
okay, let
no.
me explain. Let me explain. So he wasn't president at first, but like I was like helping him with his speech, and like we were like working on like things he wanted to do with the school, and like I was like a part of all of that. Like he was calling me every night, like you know what I mean. So I was like a part of the campaign, and like Olivia Pope, and it just got to the point where things weren't working out with us. I'm not gonna say why because I don't want. It just wasn't working out, and I told a friend like everything. Like I spilled the beans. So I basically told the tabloids about us because it was a secret, and I left the high school immediately. I did not stay, like even to figure out what was going to happen or like if people would accept me or like I was just like I'm leaving, and I just remember him calling me saying, "Why are you spreading all these rumors about me? Why are you doing this?" I didn't know what people were saying, but it got around the whole school. Like everybody knew by like the next day, and it was just like
Damn.
talk of the town. So everybody hated him. People wanted to fight him, and like they're like, "You're the reason that I left," and like it was bad for him. So I feel bad, but he wasn't doing me right. But that's the story for another day.
I mean, I'm trying to think of. Okay, I have one story from high school. It was like prom season, and I was in
Mm,
digital photo class, and like it was no secret that like I'm gay or whatever, like whatever people knew.
yeah.
But it was super awkward because this lady like came in and she was like presenting for some like program like for after you graduate senior year or whatever. And she asked like the room a question like, "Oh, is everyone going to prom?" I raised my hand and she looks at me and she's like, "Does she know yet?" I'm like, "I'm going with my best friend," and someone's like chimes in and is like, "Mind your fucking business, bitch."
Ooh. Ooh.
And they were straight. The person that said this, like, they were just like, "Wow, you're really trying to get in somebody's business right now."
That's not cool. Like, what do you mean, does she know yet? Like, do you know, Diane? Do
Now
you
where's Barbara Walters?
now where's Barbara Walters? Bring your street gang. Okay. So she
I
got voted.
also like I remember like in hindsight, this person that gave me a hard time in high school is probably gay. But I just remember like literally just minding my own business, talking to my friends in my math class, and he turns around and he's like, "Shut up, fucking faggot," and I'm like,
Er?
and before I could even say anything, the religious girl in the class defended me. I was shook,
Wow.
shook, and then the Armenian girls got into it, the sisters, and I was just like, yeah, they roasted him so bad he got up and got out the classroom.
That's how you do it. I'm just kidding.
I ain't saying no names, but I just remember a couple weeks later we were like inside the boys' room or whatever, and I had to use the restroom or whatever, and like I saw the dude in passing at the sink, and you know how like they have the little paper towel thingy,
Yeah.
like he tried to give me paper towel. I'm like, no, thank you, that's gay. Like I just wanted to mold him.
Wow. I can't believe he tried to play you like that.
That's why I don't
He,
want to go to my 10-year reunion next year. I'm like,
Yeah, I understand.
Find out who had a crush on me. I don't want to know. I'm just like that's the real scandal is we just go really find out who likes what. You know what I'm saying? Wouldn't it be crazy if like the guy who gave me a hard time was like trans or something? That would be like it
I
all makes
mean,
sense.
it would, and it just like I feel like people that battle with themselves, they see somebody else that's happy or that appears to be happy, and they're just like, oh, like why is this person so happy? I remember feeling like that a lot growing up, and it was just like, why are you so worried about me? Like it was just weird. I
Yeah.
didn't understand.
What's like your worst Pride experience? Because I have a couple.
I mean, I've
You want me
only
to go
been,
first? You want me to warm it up?
yeah, warm it up came.
Okay, I'm about to. I'm just like, I like to say it's right before we get into girl, you know it's girl, you know it's girl, you. I'm just
We don't want to get into that. Not today.
okay, so normally Pride is like I said, it's really bittersweet for me because when I was younger, it was like my chance to like connect with all the gays and like meet everyone that I would normally meet. I feel like as I get older, I've become so much more like private of a person. It's like the one time a year I'll come out the house. So
Yeah.
I just feel like in hindsight, I could see why I really didn't enjoy my pride experiences when I was younger. Like I would always get into this, I would call it like the summer love curse, where like I would randomly, like a month or so before Pride, someone would always want to talk to me. And we would like get a couple of dates in, and then Pride happens. I don't, and for whatever reason, oh, I'm sorry, my phone died. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, yeah, I didn't have a charger, and I was with my friends, and by the time we got inside, I was just trying to sleep, and just like
Wow.
and the craziest thing was they tried to give me that story, but like I was like, but I saw the picture on your ex's page of y'all kissing in the middle of the festival.
Mm.
It's just like it's always a situation like that. Or like, okay, I'm about to really clock my own to you guys. When I was younger, I was a really, really like I always wanted I just always wanted to settle the score. Like if you started with me, I wanted to finish with you. Um and I had this really, really personally humiliating experience during Pride. Like I had been dealing with a guy who lived in Sacramento, and like I lived in the Bay Area, and just randomly after us talking and then deciding not to talk, and him starting to kind of like come back and like try to like I guess talk to me again or whatever. He like begs me to go out to San Francisco like for some night because he's like, oh, I'm gonna be in town. Like I'm normally not like so close, so like it'd be really awesome if you could come. And I kid you not, this person is not being like on some friend type stuff. They're like, no, like calling me boo and all this stuff, like hella trying to get me to go. So I go, and they're like basically a part of this like drag queens posse. And I'm not gonna say no names because this drag queen has been on Drag Race, so I ain't saying no names because I ain't got no smoke with nobody. I really don't. But that situation was really embarrassing for me because I didn't want to come out in the first place. I have social anxiety. I hate being outside of my element.
Yeah.
And I just remember how he was trying to like toggle between me and this person when they would disappear to get ready because they were going to perform or whatever. I'm just like, no, like not cool. And like I was trying to just like be the bigger person, just like whatever. I'll watch the show, whatever. In hindsight, I probably should have left. I think I would have felt a lot better about it. But that's literally what like planted the seed of the group. Like that moment was so humiliating for me. And the worst part was like, obviously, this person introduced me to that group of people, in which most of them were fake, except for one that is like actually really genuine. Um, But like I just remember having a conversation, and then within the next 2 days, I had heard back from the messier people what was actually being told around. So yeah, it's just like pride has always been like I do my best to not get involved with anybody around pride time because I feel like people just don't know how to be like loyal, and I'm like a one and done kind of person. So yeah.
It's just like, I mean, I know who you're talking about, and we ain't gonna say no names. We ain't gonna say no names, but it's just like I don't understand. Like, if you want to be single, then just be single. But if you want to date somebody, if you like somebody, why does it have to be so difficult and so like, oh, I'm gonna see if there's a chance with this person, and I'm gonna talk to this person too, and I'm gonna try to juggle this and see how long I can do it. Like, so many people do that, and it's like, how old are you?
And like you got to put it into perspective here. Like this person that they were obsessing over them because they were literally a performer. Like that, the allure of having the lights and everything on them. It was nothing more than that, and I took it as like a deep cut is insult because my creative background. Like I've been on computers since forever. I've been recrystallizing pagers. I've been doing photography since I was like 7. Like I'm hella accomplished. And I'm just like looking at this person chase after this like piece of trash in comparison when you hear both life stories and you think about the decisions that have been made and plastic surgery and then all the shady websites and sex tapes and just I was so insulted by the fact that he would select that over me because I had like the squeaky clean. Nobody knew me in the gay community unless it was for something professional, networking, things like that. There was no, oh yeah, I hit it first. Like there
Yeah,
was none of that.
yeah, I know what you mean.
So I like that literally cut me to my core because it was a literal slice to my ego. I was just like, I cannot believe this person is really choosing this thing over me. And like that sounds hella mean, I know, but we're talking
Like,
from like
like you were
19,
young.
yeah,
Yeah,
we're talking from 19-year-old me.
yeah.
That scarred me, like literally, like, and you saw me go through stuff in LA with the dude who basically treated me the same way. And
Mm-hmm.
I mean, how fickle people are. Like, I hope y'all can hear this, and I really hope it don't get back to the person, but they just really treated me different, even based on hair color. Like when I was long haired, blonde, and just like they would literally body language close off the crowd for me, make sure nobody could talk to me, like super territorial of my space, like in a public settings.
Mm-hmm.
And then I go with like shorter brown hair, and all of a sudden it's just like, oh, he's on to the next one. Like making out with people when you invite me out and like I'm about to leave the city.
It's because that's just how it is in LA. It's like you gotta hop on the next best thing or the thing that you think is the next best thing. Because most of the time, it's really not. But you're just like, oh, I gotta move on, and
Yeah.
everything's so quick. Like, but that's so annoying. Yeah, I remember all that. And I have my experiences with dating too. I just don't really be talking about it because everybody's just like, oh, you're so pretty. Oh, you're so this. Oh, you're so that. Like, everybody must flock to you. I get that so many times. And it's like, I don't want like crows and like, you know what I mean? I don't get the pretty birds flocking to me. Like, that doesn't happen. I get like the buzzards and the like, and I don't mean that in like a rude way. It's just like when you would experience the level of disrespect from men that I experience daily, you're just like, wow, like is dating even a possibility? Like when people like talk to me and I've been so like jaded and so like, oh whatever, like I don't even know like why you're talking to me. Like, and I just won't treat it like anything because it just feels like you have to be so cold, especially when it comes to dating and talking to men. Just as a trans woman, I feel as a woman in general, it's just not the same in 2019. Everybody's hiding behind their screens and they think that they're the best and they're, oh, I can talk to you this way because I've done this and I've done that. It's not like, hi, would you like to go get some coffee? Or I get that so rarely. I'm not saying it doesn't happen, but because it does happen. But most of the time it's just not like that. And I could sit here all day and tell you stories about people. I've literally was catfished probably a couple months ago, and I told you about this. Like, dude showed up, and he just wasn't who he was, and tried to act like he was the same guy in the pictures. And I was just like, "What are you doing here? Like, did you think I wouldn't notice? He was a completely different height, weight, didn't even have the same hair pattern, like hairstyle." I was just like, what are you doing? Like, it was so bad. And I'm a lot more careful now because I mean, I have friends that actually like care and are worried when I'm like out too late or like, but it wasn't always like that. Like, I would just be out and worried about myself. And I have family, but it's just not the same dating anymore. You really have to be careful. And I don't, yeah. Tell somebody where you going. Remember we used to say that in LA. We used to say you better
We
tell
might as well say it the real way. Tell somebody
somebody.
when you go home. And if you go spend time with the boy, let the good Judy know where y'all going, leave a number and a photo, and get the stuff.
Get the stuff because
You
it's
never
real in the streets. It's rough in these streets. And I'm gonna look in the camera when I say this. It is rough in the streets. And you have to bring the stuff.
yeah.
Like, that's the realest thing I've ever heard.
Wow. Um okay, so like I guess this is my channel and I feel like I kind of owe it to everybody to be 100% transparent because I feel like I just shared the worst parts of Pride. I mean, I feel like the best parts of Pride are still unfolding for me personally. Cuz yeah, y'all went on a date recently and yeah, yeah, and I really like him. So it's funny because just like I said, it's always the summer love bug, right? Like it always happens, but this person's really different. Like they don't even have like cellular service outside of phone calls and text. Like they have no data. Like it's just not their thing. They have an iPad and they use it when they're on like Wi-Fi. Like that's it. So it's like different experience for me because like they asked me to Pride and I'm just like they've never been and it's my chance to kind of like show someone the ropes and it's just interesting to be on this side of it because like I think for the first time in a long time it's not going to be like a Pride of foolery, you know what I mean?
I'm so excited for you. I was just sitting here like, because I'm just like, this is so great. Like, I'm just so happy for you. And
Yeah, it's interesting. It's like I think the thing that makes it so I guess like substantial is the fact that like I really kind of gave up on dating. Like for me, I was focused primarily on this channel. And I always say that like I have to be careful about what I say because I have this like I have a friend for example. I was like, girl, you need to stop playing. You need to lock it down, girl, because we were dancing together, and I was like, I don't want you to get pregnant. She got pregnant immediately after. God bless her soul. She got 3 beautiful babies. But I told you, the black woman in hindsight, I told you, didn't I tell you? I told you. Say what's gonna happen. Exactly what just happened. Um, and you basically did that to me because I told you I was like, for the most part, like I really don't think I need to date. I was like, I need to take all that energy that I would normally spend allowing myself to like communicate with guys and literally put it into work. And you literally told me like, I feel like that's fine for you. Like, just do that. I feel like for the most part, you'll probably have someone who finds you. So it was just interesting because me and him had conversation, and like obviously like we wanted to like hang out or whatever, but he works a lot, I work a lot, and we're both earth signs, so we love work. And not for any reason other than we really like building our skill sets, we really like building our worth in the world. Um and yeah, so it's a different experience this time around for me. I just don't know what to expect because my last relationship was super toxic, and this doesn't seem anything like that. Like,
It's not.
and it's a lot of small things where it's like, oh, like we really have this in common. Like the day we met or whatever, like for our first date, it was really cute because like obviously you're always like cordial. You always like walk up and say hello and all this stuff. And I was like super distracted because he had this like ring with like a onyx that was like super fast it cut. So it looked like cut like a diamond kinda. Um
Mhm.
and then there were on the left and the right side of the bands like snakes that were like intertwined. And I'll show them because you know I wear this, but this is my grandmother's ring, my little Japanese grandmother. And I've been wearing this on my ring finger forever as a promise to myself just to more so protect my heart after all the craziness. And
Mm.
I just thought it was really weird that like, oh, you wear snakes every day too. What a odd pairing. Um, but yeah, I don't know. It was really weird. It was like from the second we started talking, it was like reconnecting with someone I'd known before. And I think beyond that, the trippiest part of that is like, I don't know, like I'm used to being the person who kind of like falls first or hardest. Um,
Yeah.
or like I'm super forward sometimes, which I just noticed can like scare people. And I was doing my best to just like play cool, you know.
Yeah.
But by the end of the date, he did let me know, like, yeah, I'm deleting my Tinders and everything, like, and like nothing. I'll have nothing. No way, no outer communication. I just really want to see where this goes. And that to me was like, oh, like I hate to
That's
say it, but
crazy.
I don't like it. Like I said, it'd been so long, and I was spending so much time washing off someone else's negative opinions of me that like the idea of someone actually liking me, like I hate to say it, it's hard to believe for me. Like it's like really you like me.
I mean, but you're likable. Like you're not like a horrible person, and I'm not even saying horrible people shouldn't find love because everybody should. But I just feel like you deserve it because you work so hard and you're like always taking care of everybody else, but no one really takes care of you. So if you can find somebody that you feel like not even take care of you in like a physical or like a material way, it's more just like someone to be there to support and like be there for you in more than just a platonic way because I mean I do what I can, but we don't even live in the same city. Like so I can only be so close and so like, oh, let's go do this and let's go do that. It doesn't really work that way. So if you can
Yeah,
find somebody close to you that like wants like to be with you and to be just there, I say go for it.
I just thought it was interesting because just like you said, you're saying, oh, I think if you focus on work, like they'll literally come to you. I finished a live stream, and I called you. I'm like, oh, how was it? And you're like, bitch, you just see this? And I'm like, just what happened? What's wrong? Like, did the bomb go up? Like, what happened? Um, and you're like, no, this man just like wrote like a really nice compliment about you, and I'm like, really?
Yeah.
Yeah. So, and this was days before we actually went on our date, so it was just really interesting. Um, so yeah,
It
there's
made me
that.
so happy. But I was shocked. I was like, oh, Like, wow, he really likes you. He didn't even care who saw that. He was just like, bam, I'm gonna shoot one shot. And it was just,
But you have to respect that, right? Like,
yeah, you have to.
and I think the thing I like about him the most is like it's always been a thing where like I feel like people can't see me through my hair and makeup, or even as Azrael Vicious, like a lot of people think that there's like a less whole or more cold person behind that because of the fact that it is like beauty industry. It's a lot of
Yeah.
like, you know, it's a machine in itself. It's not necessarily like something that's super personal. So yeah, it's just interesting to have someone that's like not intimidated by you at all, and they just talk to you normal, and they're like a straight shooter, but not rude. And he like teaches me a bunch of stuff, which I think is really cool. Like I literally, like he taught me about poison rings, which I think are so cool. So I got one. Um,
Mm-hmm.
but basically, back in the day, when you wanted to get even, you just pop your ring open and drop your poison in on that drink, and you just.
Are you talking about back in the day of your time or back in the day, like back in the
I am
day?
an old soul.
You said
Would
back in the
you
day.
like to guess the vampire's age?
Oh my gosh.
That's right. I escaped. I'm just playing. I need
I
to
mean,
stop.
you do kind of look like the Twilight people. You do. You would be a Cullen.
Get away from me.
I used to love Twilight. Oh
Don't
my
play
god.
with dogs. I'm just playing.
What?
I was talking mess about Jacob.
Don't talk about Jacob. Jacob was everything. He protected that baby. Have you even seen Twilight?
Kinda.
I
Like,
was like, in
it
love
was
with that.
actually really hard to sit there and watch that woman barely act.
Oh, you gonna talk about? I'm not gonna say her name because then everybody's gonna know.
Stewart,
Oh,
her,
what the heck? I was trying to be
the
like,
talentless hack. I'm just playing.
okay, okay. You,
Name, if someone in the comments can name one other movie that you can think of that she's in.
she's she's in that one movie, you know, with the people. I swear she's been in other stuff. I just don't watch a lot of movies. Okay, I only watched Twilight, but
I'm
I
looking at the
didn't.
comments and no one is defending her honor, so
Nobody's come on.
I'm just calling it like I literally see it, and I see nothing in her defense. Y'all
You
really
know,
are my people. I'm just
all the Twilight people, you better watch out.
throw a book at me. I throw a book back.
I was gonna
Hard,
say something.
the hardcover of the Bible.
I was gonna say the good book, but I wasn't gonna.
The good book is the heavy book. I'm just like
This is going the wrong way.
wrong road.
Wrong road.
Okay. Okay, but I feel like we all had red flags though, going back to gay pride. Like literally, I was a Power Ranger freak as a kid. Like I never missed an episode. I had all the toys, all the action figures. And there was one year where I guess like one of my dad's like business friends picked up an extra Power Ranger, but he thought that my dad had a girl, not a boy. So it was Kimberly. And she was already my favorite. But it was this giant, like metallic Kimberly that like if you press the button, she like talks to you and all this shit. So I was getting my entire life.
He let you keep it?
Yeah, they let me keep it, but they bought me Tommy too. I was like, oh, she got a boyfriend. That was all I could think about. I was like, oh, and Tommy cute. Tommy was my favorite. The White Ranger. Mm-hmm.
You know what's funny? I look like when the Power Rangers come together. My outfit right now. Ready to wait, that's Voltron. I was gonna say ready to form.
And this
Voltron.
is where the Power Ranger community attacks me violently in the comments.
Oh my god, the Twilight people and the Power Ranger people gonna get us. So ready to form.
Oh, I'm so weak right now. What else should have been like a red flag?
um, hmm. I
I
used to
mean,
put.
if you really want to get it to into a really funny story, one time I was like dancing to Beyonce, and my dad came home and opened the door, and I was like so embarrassed. We didn't even say nothing.
Freakum dress. I'm just kidding.
I don't think it was sprinkle chest. I think it was probably like green light.
Oh,
But
green light was the one. Go.
exactly.
You were doing that.
I was holding a traffic bitch in Green Bay. Go. Okay.
Because if you want to,
Got got the green light, baby.
you gotta do the.
Da-da.
Oh, my lights are gonna fall. Ooh.
Do you remember that girl in Los Angeles used to call me Steve Aoki?
Oh yeah, you give off Steve Aoki vibes.
When I didn't have no hair and I was growing up in the hood, they used to call me Tiger Woods, which I thought was extra offensive because he was a Capricorn on top of that.
You know what? We're gonna get into this, and I'm gonna just let it caca. When I was younger, I used to have locks. Okay, you know, like dreadlocks,
Mhm.
like there was like just as long as this, and probably the same color actually. But they used to call me T-Pain.
Oh, nappy boy.
They used to sing, "I'm gonna buy you a drink," and, like all the time, and it would make me so mad. Or, I like the bartender. Like no, I love T-Pain, but I didn't look like him.
I remember when you guys got called Milli Vanilli, and that cracked me up.
It's because I was wearing Vivica. Vivica was my wig, my first wig.
I just remember how hard y'all laughed. It
Girl,
was
you
like, once she said it, it was like you couldn't unsee it. Like it was totally there. Okay, stop. You look like him.
I was trying to do it.
You gotta show him.
Ooh, 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 I love you.
Are you gonna do a music skip?
Oh no, no, no.
Girl, you know it's girl,
Girl, you know it's girl.
you know it.
You know it's girl, you know.
I was being the one who ran off the stage.
Oh yeah, he's like,
Girl, you know it.
oh my god, that was like the worst.
Yeah, that was definitely something that was just like, wow, that happened in history, y'all, and they will never live that down.
They should just
Like Ashley Simpson all over again.
Not they, because I think one of them passed away. But I think
it wasn't of old age. I don't think. I think it.
I know what it was. I'm trying not to get into that. Go to commercial.
I'm not gonna say nothing. That's too heavy for this channel.
We are not. We are not. Nope.
Wrong road.
Wrong.
Say that.
Oh my god.
So returning to the whole like pride in me dating.
You said Kimberly was.
Oh yeah, but yeah, that was it. They just gave me a Kimberly doll, and then they had to give me Tommy too, because they just had to make me feel like I had a masculine doll too.
I remember I tried to play with Barbies. That didn't really work out. Did
you get screamed at in a St. Lucian accent, like.
What you think?
No,
No, it was just like it was hard.
at
I
least you
can't,
didn't get stoned in the street. I was like,
they don't do that. That's
oh,
like that's Lady Gaga, like Judas. She's
I think they do that though. They do that to people that are like
somewhere.
in horrible places in the world. They do.
Yeah, I know that's still a thing, which is awful. But I'm trying to remember if I had any toys like that really. I had an elephant, the elephant, and I was like, I got to catch butterflies and stuff. So it was
Mm.
like that was probably the girliest toy I was allowed to have. And my sister had a Barbie car when we were little. It was like a convertible, and it was like huge. And I would just ride that thing around when no one was home. I was like, beep beep. I swear. And then it broke down and we couldn't use it. But um
Yeah, that is horrible.
I can't really remember. I had fun toys, but they weren't really feminine because I wasn't really my parents didn't really play that. Like they're like, no, you play with or you go outside and play. Like we didn't really get a lot of toys or video games until I was older.
Yeah, when I play video games, this should have got the hint. I used to always play with the girls because I wanted to fight with the cute outfit.
Oh my gosh, just like that meme where it's like you can't fight crime if you ain't cute. Like I used to pick Chun Li, and you remember Morrigan, the Bat Lady, and she had the cleavage, and she's like this, and
Is
she
that?
literally.
I mean, I used to play Tekken and Mortal Kombat, so I remember like Nina
Oh,
and like
why was I still like this? That's how much I liked. Oh
are
my
you
god,
Catwoman?
no! Oh, I didn't pick Catwoman.
That was like
No,
the worst movie Halle Berry could have done. That outfit though, Google it.
please no, please
This is me.
no. Double shade from every angle. Oh, it's not working. Oh, there we go.
It's like when the shade is real, but you still need to see.
Yes. um, yeah, I used to play like Marvel versus Capcom. Like, you never played that?
I think that was like too cartoony for me. I was like a really snobby kid. Like,
Oh,
when I was a kid, I wouldn't even watch the shows where like you talk to the TV because I felt like their response time was way too slow.
it really was. You would answer like 5 times. Like, the color is red.
I get hella frustrated. That's why I could not watch those shows. Especially when they like say the wrong answer. I'm like, you're so stupid. It was red, not green. Like I was like that little cat.
Red. I used to love Elmo's World though. Like, I'm not even gonna like front
Did
and
you see
act
Don't
like
Touch Me There, Elmo?
you taking it into a place.
Do you remember it though?
Yes, I do remember. Trying to forget. The Elmo's World, and then the dude in the painting. Oh man.
Just in time for the holidays, it's Stop Touching Me, Elmo. When
Yo.
you kiss his back, Elmo puts his hand on your knee and says fun things. I'm lonely. Are you lonely? Can I watch you go potty? You want to kiss the guy who does Elmo's voice?
No.
Stop touching me, Elmo. Elmo also helps kids brush their teeth with his toothpaste dispenser. Don't miss out on this holiday season's biggest gift. Stop Touching Me, Elmo. Available at South Park Mall starting Black Friday.
That made my stomach hurt.
The toothbrush dispenser thing, like the toothpaste was just too much. Like
I completely
everything I was thinking, I'm like, you go
have that
potty.
on demand like that. You looked at him so quick. I'm just like, damn.
How do I stay with my
Woo.
receipts? People are
Oh
gonna
my,
be so weak about that.
Huh?
Like, don't touch me there. Elmo was about to skyrocket this Christmas season.
No, 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 no. I have this story about like this Tickle Me Elmo that my nephew's he used to have when he was a baby. He used to flip, and the toy wasn't supposed to flip. Like he with his arms, and it would swing him real hard, and it would flip. And I was like, there's a ghost in this house. No, that Elmo just flipped. It was just a Tickle Me Elmo. It wasn't Flip Me Elmo. Like either the toy company messed up,
Possess me, Elmo.
and I think it was the second one.
Yeah. I don't know. I'm excited for Pride. I gotta be waterproof though, because there's gonna be some haters in the crowd. It really is a shame when you gotta literally plan your face to be waterproof because the people in your past like to throw drinks. See, but I'm reformed. You see, when they would throw drinks, I would throw glasses back. So let's not play that game. But I mean, it never really happened. But I've seen them literally throw drinks on people to my left and my right.
Gosh.
They just didn't pick the right one. You know what I'm saying? Because
you
just played me for the last time.
The right one, yeah.
Woo. I just remember sitting there like, oh, did you just really throw a drink?
I wish somebody would throw a drink.
I'm just like, I mean, the first thing I would have done was been like, okay, so we assaulting people now. I guess we're gonna have to call the cops. It's either that or you go catch these hands.
No, I can't deal with that. But yeah, there are some negative people out there, but we're gonna be so like
Squatted up.
Yeah, we're gonna be squatted up, of course, with this. Well, we can't say that.
We don't have no stuff.
We don't have no stuff.
Can't bring the stuff to Pride.
They're gonna check me regardless because of my outfit. Like my outfit looks like I have the stuff. So
my outfit's basically like, I mean, what they gonna do? Pat me down in a kilt?
They will. Don't be surprised.
One time I got out the store with the birthday cake that was still lit. I'm just like,
what?
I heard it on Glee. She was talking about the power of her inner thighs.
The birthday cake was still lit.
It was still lit. That's what Kristen Chenoweth said.
Not Kristen Chenoweth. I just
Yeah, I love her. She's like hilarious.
Yeah, I'm excited for Pride. I think it's gonna be like super chill, and Lizzo's gonna be there. So I mean, that is like the most epic thing ever. I love Lizzo.
Yeah. Yeah, it's funny for this to be like the giant Pride talk that we wanted to have. I'm trying to think, was there anything crazy? I mean, if y'all want to hear some crazy stories, I can tell you about things that happened to people around me during Pride. Like that one friend we had that I was hounding them, trying to get them to go to Pride with me because I knew that their friends are really irresponsible. But no, they wanted to go hang out with someone else. And those good old friends of him let him mosey into a porta potty with a stranger.
How do you even know this?
Because it was the talk of the town.
Then they're not his friends. Because how your friends gonna bust you out like, oh, my friend was in the porta potty, like kick rocks. We ain't friends. Like
I think the thing that really got me was that the messy friend who told me was like, yeah, he was in there for like, and I'm thinking, wait a minute, if you knew he was in there, what do you mean for like?
Yeah, like you were standing there?
That's what I'm saying. What type of people are you surrounding yourself with that allow this type of debauchery to happen? If I had known that was going on, I would have been on the porta potty like, excuse me.
No, we don't do that here.
We surely do not.
And I mean, it's Pride. Have your fun, but don't surround yourself with people that are gonna have you on the 10 o'clock news the next day. Like, that's not okay.
And I mean, I wish I could say, oh, that was just a one-time thing, but this person constantly got themselves in situation after situation and made active choices to hang out with people who are not his friends. So, I mean, at a certain point, is that person even a victim, or are they signing up for what they get?
Mm-hmm.
Just be careful this Pride season, y'all, because just follow a couple basic rules that me and Shotty follow. Meaning, if you start a drink, if you don't finish it in the same holdings, once you set it down, don't return to it, because that is not your drink no more. So that is the community's drink. You don't know what the community could put in it.
That's what I did at my birthday party. It wasn't a birthday party, but I went to the club on my birthday and I set my Cosmo down for too long. And I was about to go get it. And I was like, I don't think I should drink that. And
Nope.
I didn't drink it because I knew I left it there for too long. But my song came up, and I was like, oh.
You're supposed to down it and run.
I didn't think I should have. I literally think it was the famous song, for putting your drink down and getting to it.
Repping for the 99 and 2000?
Flow, 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 flow.
No, it would have been don't.
That's what I didn't do. I was like, girl, you're working with some. I put it down. I should have drank.
That is hilarious.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, Lizzo's going to be at Pride that we're going to, so that's going to be a lot of fun. I can't wait to see her perform.
Me too.
I'm just happy that my Pride experiences are literally going full circle, because if I had one more bad one, I would have been done.
Yeah. Yeah, same here. I didn't go for years because I was like, the last time I was there, I think we went 1 year after that. But before that, we performed at Oakland Pride, and that was really fun. But it was only fun because we had like a job to do. Like, I feel like it was like, we're here to perform. Let's make this the best experience. And they made us perform on all the stages. And
yeah, we were scheduled once and performed like 6 or 7 times.
We were freestyling and stuff I never used to do. And we would like tell each other mid thing, like, oh, let's do this. Let's do this routine. And we would just get into the routine. Remember that?
Yeah. I also remember how quick we used to edit routines. Like when we were doing America's Got Talent and we were going from room to room. Remember how quick we were editing that Beyonce routine?
Mm-hmm.
Like we were quick editing, changing directions, throwing in special pieces. And like it literally got us all the way to San Francisco.
Yeah. That was so fun. Like, I don't regret it. I just think there were other avenues we needed to take to get to where we wanted.
Gay Pride, let me talk about an avenue that the wrong road of an avenue that show was trying to send us down. Because they told us to sit in people's lap and dance in their laps.
Oh, yeah. That was
as dressed super provocative. I'm like, we don't do that. I'm sorry. And I honestly think it became a thing where our performances were so good at a point and we hadn't messed up yet. We didn't give them any B-roll that they wanted.
Yeah.
So it was like when that buzzer went off, that was it. Like they were done. They were like,
now that I think about it, you're right. I think we were done from there because we weren't even like doing what they wanted us to do.
I mean, the time they showed you on TV, they literally showed when you were stretching and kicking, and they showed up your dress.
Pussycat Darling. And then
they literally zoomed right to that.
Yeah, and I was just like, wow, like that was invasive. Like I didn't even know the camera was on me.
Love Nick Cannon. I know that you do, and I don't have a personal problem with him. But I sat there and talked to him and explained what we were, and his response to me was, "Okay, you go, girl. I just told you."
I didn't hear that.
I was like, I just told you we're not impersonating women with, you know what I mean? It wasn't that at that time. I mean, it could turn into that for you, but not for the rest of us. Like,
yeah, that wasn't cool.
And it was literally like, I realized in that moment, oh, he heard me, but it was literally in one ear and out the other. And he had a script in his head and he wasn't going to deviate from that. Show business is very dirty. If you guys don't know, it's a very, very dirty world. So I'm not in any circuits. I'm not in any shows. Our contracts have expired. So
Yeah,
I'm free to talk now.
exactly. Like, you're just saying the truth. That's just how it is. I didn't even hear him say, "You go, girl." But I was in the mode of like tunnel vision where I was like, okay, I just got to get this routine down. And I was just like a zombie at that time. I wasn't even like thinking about
It was
anything.
weird. I was super comfortable. I was like in front of 5,000 people, hot lights, everything. I was completely at home. Like I wasn't nervous. It was the weirdest thing. You would think that you would feel out of body. I felt like I was literally sitting on the couch. Like it felt so natural.
I was out of body.
I'm just glad because I know you didn't understand why I wasn't speaking. I wasn't going to give them that viral moment of us looking bitter. So anything they had to say, they had the right to say it. I wasn't going to like you don't know what you're talking about. You wouldn't know talent. No. So I could be embarrassed in front of a national audience and possibly around the world. No. Oh no.
That's like when I went to So You Think You Can Dance and I was throwing up and sick and I was like, y'all ain't gonna carry me out on a stretcher. Because I know that's what would happen if I said I wasn't feeling well. Like I was literally puking in the bathroom and like I passed out on the plane. I don't remember the plane ride. And it was my first plane ride ever. And I had like Pedialyte. I was drinking Pedialyte on the plane. And it was just nothing was working. And I was so sick.
Do you remember running across San Francisco in 5-inch heels trying to make our call time for our appointment, by the way?
Booking.
In 5-inch heels.
Literally booking. I was like, no wonder my ankles just gave out on the stage. Like I was like, I should have been in flats. Like until I learned so much about heels and wearing them constantly. I was like, even my aunts used to tell me.
Like, I don't think you remember, but 2 out of the 4 of us started almost melting down. You were like stone faced, which I was so proud of because I remember pulling you outside and I said, look, we are mics. So please do not whimper, cry, scrunch y'all face, nothing. Give them nothing. Let us do what we're doing. Because I do not want the one thing that they put on TV is us breaking down.
Yeah.
And 2 out of 4 start breaking down. Wow. You just like, you're doe-eyed. And I'm just like, good night, everybody.
I was just like, I'm not about to cry in front of y'all. I was crying because
what I can say is one of our members did throw the shade. Because, I mean, I kind of threw shade at Howie Mandel because I knew that he was on the show like deal or no deal, but you think if I'm on a competition show, I'm gonna ask somebody deal or no deal so they can tell me no deal in front of 5,000 people?
Yeah.
I said, let's make a deal. He said, wrong show. Well, obviously you ain't black, okay? You don't look like Wayne Brady. And then Howard Stern fucking, do you remember what he said? Oh, I love trannies.
He sure did, but that's Howard. Like is it weird?
Just bask in your moment with Sharon because she loved you.
Oh my gosh, Sharon! I remember Sharon was like, "Oh my gosh, I love Beyonce and her accent," and I was like, "You think I'm Beyonce? Oh my god!" Like it was great. But
I will say, like the TKO definitely goes to group member of the past because his final parting words with the stage were, "Hey Howard, nice perm." The crowd goes wild. That didn't make it on TV.
No, of course he didn't.
Do you remember right before we hit the stage and we watched those people come down and they said, you guys did it too excited. Could you guys actually go back and do it again?
Yeah.
Show business is dirty, y'all.
And I just remember like them asking us, "So are you guys like drag queens, or are you guys like this? Are you guys like that?" And
We should have
immediately,
known that they were trying to play us when we got put next to Cotton Candy, yeah.
bam.
It's basically like a big black man who runs around in a furry bra and a headdress and panties to hype the crowd.
He got on TV.
That's who was on the stage right before we went.
He got on TV, if I remember.
Oh yes. He was tap dancing for watermelon slices and chicken wings in front of the NAACP on the first day of Black History Month, right in front of the oh my God.
No,
That's what he was doing. He was
ultimate disrespect.
Cotton candy is why none of us could have nice things.
A lot of people are why we can't have nice things, but it's all right. Like, America's Got Talent, all those TV competitions, they're great for exposure and they're great.
Can we just talk about the phoniness? I invited people to come audition with us. Like, gave them the word up, like, hey, we're doing this. Would you like to be a part of the ensemble cast?
Yeah.
This person hits me up after they see us on TV. Let me know if you're going to do it next year. So because you saw us on TV this time, you're willing to do it now.
It's just like, I didn't bake the bread, but can I eat it? Hey.
Classic story with a classic message.
Yeah.
How much did she put in?
How much did you put in last year?
That's what I'm saying. Like, and you know what? The one thing that I can say, like, they were right about is we didn't have a sob story. I was funding us and I had support. So we hadn't experienced any hardships or we didn't have a sob story for America.
Yeah.
Our talent was our talent, and that was literally what we came there to do. We weren't there to cry about life circumstance. We were there to show what we had. And I think
that's how it is.
Yeah, and the craziest thing about it was the second they took the mics off of us, like, we were swarmed by the crowd when they were released. Like, they really wanted us to stay. And I thought that was such a bittersweet moment because we were so close, but so far. And I think that's when I realized show business is show business. And at the end of the day, if you're not willing to be whatever it is that they're asking of you, there's pros and cons to that. And I would always rather maintain my self-respect and my soul than have 15 hot minutes on TV and be known as the person who twerked on someone while they were sitting, or like, it's not a worthy investment. It's not anything that's gonna like benefit us. Like, I know, and you know who I'm talking about. I know somebody who has been on, like, I think it was like a Fox show. This person's also been on Bravo. They've been on Millionaire Matchmaker, and she's a joke. Like, literally, she's a joke. Like, and I realized that, honestly, when she invited me to a single release party that was 3 hours away from me, that I drove to in support because I wanted to be supportive. And I asked when she was going to have them play the song, and she told me that she wasn't going to have them play it tonight. So I drove 3 hours to support somebody who had no intentions on actually promoting why they told everyone to come out.
That's annoying.
And then after that, it's like all this garbage reality TV. And it's like, you're a joke. Like, no one's going to take you seriously now. Like, not at romance, and for sure not professionally, because what is your claim to fame?
Careful. You really have to be careful what you put yourself out as, because it could stick with you for years, and people are like, oh, that's this lady.
For example, do you remember Taquita from Making the Band? If you watch my makeup videos, then you'll know that we made a joke about it. And like, Taquita, too much neck, honey. I'm not giving you this. Because, yeah, It was just funny to us, and we were able to track her down to the screen name. Like, when you don't have control of the vehicle that is exposing you, you have no control of the narrative. And
Exactly.
that's like the one reason why when I finally discovered, like, you know what, the issue was not that we weren't talented. The issue was we were looking to be put on when essentially the only people who could do that was
Is
us.
you.
Like, it's a thing that we actively have to participate in and make conscious decisions of and create a brand and be on brand. It's just a lot because I mean, I was explaining it to you, you know, like you want to learn how to edit your own videos. And even when I'm not around, you want to learn how to do your face. And you just want to be able to cut out as many of the expenses that you would have if you were signed to a publishing deal or a label or anything like that, because all of those skill sets are super, super important. Oh, happy Pride to you too and Skinny Clip. Sorry for a conversation. But ultimately, you want to be at the driver's seat of the vehicle. And that's something I've had to think about. I mean, I've even like applied for some things that are like in collaboration with like my day job because I do work in cosmetics and things like that. And they're kind of starting to catch the boat of social media now, finally, after so much time. And it's just interesting. Like I don't know exactly the final terms of whatever someone's being offered, but all I do know is that if for any reason I am selected, my interest in signing is very, very much so based upon who owns what, the fact that I need to maintain honesty and, you know, be a straight shooter because I'm not going to lie to my audience about anything.
Yeah.
But I just can't help but feel that a corporation is a corporation, and a corporation is going to want a percentage of entities that are in collaboration with them. And I
Yeah.
don't like that idea at all. So for me, if it's not literally, we're interested in you as an influence, we would like to offer you this and hear your honest opinion. If it's anything other than that, I would walk away from the offer because I'm not looking to be someone who, you know what I mean? Like, I'm doing this to get out of my day job, not to be further entrenched and more in debt to that.
Yeah.
Because at the end of the day, I'm not monetized right now, but in a year's time, my value could be more than what they could offer me in a hourly wage where being undercut for my skill set.
Yeah.
So it's just one of those things where it's like you have to learn how to do everything yourself nowadays, because if you don't learn
Exactly.
how to do it, somebody gonna charge you for it.
Yeah. I mean, there's certain things like I still can't do. Like, I'm not the best at hair, but I can like I know my way around like hair, but I could further my skill set in that. I mean, with makeup, you helped me a lot. With just being creative, like video production and everything, you pretty
I
much helped me.
just feel like in general, the best thing someone can do who has a skill set is share it. Like, I
Yeah.
feel like you know better than anybody. Like, I share everything with you because I don't want you to feel dependent upon me. Like, I want you to feel empowered to be like, oh, I'm doing this today. You know what? I'll show them when I show them. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, no one wants to work underneath somebody. But it's a balance, you know what I mean? That's why I enjoy helping you with your channel, and I try to take really precise notes on what you say you want and what you don't want, the visions, everything. Like, it's no different than you handing me a really important list of ingredients on a silver platter for me to do, you know, and prepare the
Yeah.
right.
Exactly. You love to help people. That's what's so cool about you. And I'm learning a lot. I love to learn. So I just feel like you have to, in order to be good at something, you have to be willing to continue to learn because things change all the time. You can't be stuck in one way of doing something because it'll evolve the next week and you'll
Yeah.
feel
and
Like
I'm
really stupid.
personally guilty of this because I am a real world makeup artist or a real world makeup artist, which is a pretty inflammatory term on this platform because in one way it does somewhat undercut the influencers who aren't working artists, but I
Mm.
feel like there should be a place and a niche for each because as somebody who's worked on literally throughout 8 years, I probably worked on thousands and thousands and thousands of faces on a daily basis, like,
Yeah.
and just when you add all of that up and you think about all the undertones I have to encounter, all the different skin issues, and you know me, it's not just makeup. I know my skincare, I know my ingredients, I know my hair care, I know pretty much if it's attached to me, I've researched it. So,
Yeah.
and how to make it better. So, I mean, I just feel like in general, a big thing that we really need to drive home, I feel like in this video for Pride is like gay pride is one thing. It's a month. It's an event. It's a social thing.
Hmm.
But I feel like also gay pride carries us into our other things too. It's like I've never hid the fact that yeah, obviously a guy in makeup is most likely going to be gay. But I mean, even in other things, I'm very bright and vibrant, and I have no fear of going out the house with like green hair or green pants or you know what I mean? Like I'll do what I want because why not? Like I've gone through all the bumping pains of trying to figure out who I am until I finally like rolled out this really nice smooth stone where it's like, okay, I'm tumbled now.
Yeah, exactly. That's a great analogy, but I just feel like you have to be proud of who you are, be authentic, be yourself, and don't let anyone tell you you can't do something or be happy or be just all the facets of you. You have the opportunity to explore yourself and be open to trying new things, and don't don't think just because you were this way one time you don't have to change or you can't change. Like everyone can be who they want to be no matter who it is or what it is or how it is, and you just have to be yourself
I just
basically.
really hope that like in time we can actually act more like a community because every letter is its own niche. You know what I mean? Like we don't act united at all times.
Yeah,
Like
not at all times.
and there's so many examples of that to where we fail to actually express gay pride. Like I remember being on Grinder in the past and being told like no blacks, and then they talk to me or something or see me later and they're like, oh yeah, you're not even that black. Like what does that even mean? Like,
That's weird. That person was weird.
but it's like all of that stuff, or like how a lot of times like I grew up in the Bay Area, and a lot of times the scene there, especially in the Castro, is very white. You know what I mean? If you look at any singular like club promoting thing during our time frame, there was nobody who looked like us. The only person I could literally give credit to is Frisco Robbie. He is the only person I've seen do Spanish and black people on the posters. Everybody
Yeah,
else is these ultra jacked up Caucasian men who don't even attend these events. So it's just like, what are we doing? Like,
yeah,
and it just like how you were turned away at the like lesbian march, like you are still a part of that string of letters. So
exactly.
it's disheartening at times because we could be so strong if we could just all get intersectional, you know what I mean? It's the
Yeah,
same thing with feminists. There's traditional feminists which traditionally will benefit Caucasian women. No disrespect, I love them, but black female rights is a completely different issue. Do you get what
and
I mean?
people don't see that. They don't get it.
And I feel like in order for us to actually be true to pride, we have to get a little bit less rigid in things because I can tell you as a gay person, bisexual people get treated really crappy because we don't get it. And there's a lot of gay guys who beef with lesbians over them masculine feminine energy thing, or just like there's so many reasons to why we fail at being a community. So I just hope that hearing it be said out loud puts like a light,
Awareness.
because
It definitely
ultimately,
brings awareness.
and I mean, it's kind of sad. I can't even think. I don't know if you can, but in our niches, as far as entertainment, makeup, things like that, or even in the like personality slash vlogger field, I do not see people like us often who are real life.
Yeah. They're
Like,
there, but it's few and far between, and it's very like they're very hidden away. Like they're hard to find, and they're very. I know even with me, it's probably very difficult to find my page, or because I'm not being shot out a lot. Like I have to like run ads just so people will see me, and it's just
yeah, I'm like one of the few people who like runs promo for you, just because I think cross market managing is like a good skill to have.
yeah, definitely. But we're already hidden away. So in your own community, you just want to feel like you don't have to be put in the background or made to feel littler than you actually are, or just feel silenced. Like that's a big issue for me. So I feel like a lot of times just women, trans women,
And I tell you all the time, the gay world at times can be truly misogynistic, and it's
yeah,
skinny versus fat, light versus dark, like white only. Like I've seen it all. I've seen all kinds of crazy stuff in profiles of what people call preferences, when honestly they're prejudices. You know,
yeah, and people think it's okay to just say, "Oh yeah, I don't date black people," or like, how do you feel so
like I didn't
comfortable?
know you knew all of us.
Yeah, that's I'm like, oh, okay, all of us, like every last one of us. And then it's like, oh, what are you mixed with? I get that all the time, and I'm like, why should it matter what I'm mixed with? Like, do you even care about like my personality, or are you just trying to find out how you can label me? It's so weird.
Definitely.
But yeah, we
I'm
have to do
hopeful.
better.
That's all I can say. I'm hopeful for the future,
Yeah,
because just like it always happens, the generation behind us hopefully will be more accepting than our current generation will be, just as we were more accepting than the generation before us, and
yeah,
so on and so on. I just really hope that over time we learn to really embrace each other and support each other, because I don't know. Like, I can't help but feel sometimes that I've given a lot of genuine support to people, and I barely ever get it back. Like, when it's just the smallest little thing that you could do to make a difference that would make me feel awesome, just like I'd go out of my way all the time for other people. Like,
yeah.
it's nice to get something back at some point.
Thank you. You're doing great. I'm happy for you. I'm proud of you. Something.
Instead, I get silence, and it's like people will see me out and about, and then they want to talk about it after. Like, I'm like, that video has no comments on it. Like, if you liked it, why didn't you say something? You know?
Yeah, yeah,
I just think, yeah, pride is always going to be a really interesting topic, just because, just like that flag, there's so many colors to explore. Like, and everybody's struggle is different.
hmm
And
it's
I'm just like,
completely.
there's like a million questions. I'm like, do bi people even want to be a part of the LGBT community if they're trying
I'm,
to integrate in and out?
I'm sure they do. Like, it's not. It's not like that. It's
I don't
just.
want to say like, oh, it's they want you when it suits them, but like it always ends up being a possibility, which is unfortunate,
Yeah, but
because
that's the same way with me. I feel like just because I'm trans doesn't mean I'm attracted to other trans people. So like, sexuality is a completely different thing than.
and I don't know if this is just like an East Bay thing, but there are a lot of lesbians who get pregnant.
I don't know what to say about that. But I mean, some of them want to, some of them like do have different ways of getting pregnant, so they can be a family together. Like,
No, it was a natural pregnancy.
well, that's what I'm saying. Some of them. I don't know every case, but
I'm just saying. Last time I checked, I'm gay. I ain't been dipping in a lady pond.
I mean, hey, that person might be a little not sure of themselves at the moment, but
Very
it,
good point. Didn't think of that.
but I just feel like everybody just should have the opportunity to figure themselves out. And it's not so black and white. It's not something you can find out immediately. It's something you really have to dig deep and like learn about yourself and just figure out what you like, what you don't like, and who you
I
are.
wish there was a way we could do that without like how Grinder calls tribes, because that is the most disgusting thing I've ever thought about. Like, so you're telling me because my natural build is thin, I can't talk to you because you're a bear, or
Yeah.
we're so segmented. We don't need any other sifting qualities. Like, it's trust me, like the majority of people want someone over 6 foot, and that's like 13% of the world. I'm one of them, but still, I'm just saying, like everybody is like reaching high for like this pinnacle of what they want. It's like you're really just ignoring all the good catches around you because you have this perfected idea from society of what's gonna make you feel and look accepted.
Yeah. I agree. It's really screwed up, but it's just how it is. And I mean, we can change. It's not stuck that way, but that's just a reality that we have to deal with.
I mean, not even being funny. I know the viewers don't know that we have a song, but there's like this record we wrote years ago called Break It Off. And our bridge legit is what's really sad is you looking for a man on a sleazy ass napsy and mask for mask, top for bottom, bottom for top, femme queen, butch queen, just make it stop. Like we were literally over it in 2013. If you guys want that song, let us know. We will put it out because I mean it's just sitting there. So if you want,
It really is just sitting there. It should have been. We should have did something with that a long time ago.
yeah, but I think timing is everything. You know,
Yeah.
like we're so lucky this time around. Anything that we put out has the potential to be seen. Where before we would just work on stuff, throw it out, but there wasn't necessarily like a consistent platform that we were catering to. Where now
Yeah.
it's like we're building a little community and it's really sweet to see all the support. Like I get so happy when I recognize the names, when I see really anyone.
Yeah.
Like it's so exciting just to build a bond with somebody, especially like when you're like across the country. Like I know people watch me in the Dominican Republic, the UK, India, like what? Even Russia. People watch me in Russia.
Yeah. Everywhere.
And it's just like that
International appeal.
it's just like such a odd thing to soak in. Um but yeah, just I really hope that in time we can get to a place where it's no longer the way the status quo has it. Because
Mhm.
I literally checked out of dating. Like I couldn't handle it. And okay, I know, especially around Pride Month, this is going to be a really touchy subject. So I'm risking a lot talking about it. But one thing that used to really make Tinder hard for me was the fact that there's like a new category of people who call themselves non-binary, which technically, like in passing, if you saw me, you would probably assume that's how I identify. But that's not how
Yeah.
I identify. I literally identify as a gay male. Like I'm a man. I like men. I love the qualities of a man and the characteristics of a man. Like masculine, feminine, tall, short, all that stuff doesn't matter. But biologically, I am physically like there's a response from my body's chemistry when I see a man. So it just made it really hard. because Tinder is literally a very, very much so visual platform. Ooh, thank you,
all of them.
Gia. Thank you so much. You living for the background. Thank you. We love you.
Yay.
Like we out here trying to make both backgrounds pop for different reasons.
Yes.
We're giving a little like geometric modern with a little soft light on Shawty's side.
It's like Christmas every day. That's what I wanted.
Every day you watch the podcast.
Exactly.
Oh my god. Wow, we're gonna have Christmas editions of the show this year.
I know. Oh my god, let's get there. Let's get there.
Sorry, it just like hit me, y'all. It literally just hit me.
Yes.
I feel like also like for those people who are watching and they enjoy like us covering holidays or times of the year, if there's a time of the year or a holiday that you want us to talk about, let us know because we will do our digging and find out.
Yeah.
I'm just trying to think like, this is cool because it's current and it lets us kind of like share our stories and our experiences of Pride. But I don't know. Like I said, I feel like Pride has really helped me grow up. Like I've been going since I was 16. I've missed a couple years in between, but like after a decade of hit or miss going, it means something completely different to me than it used to mean. Because when I was younger, I feel like it was more so about being seen and acknowledged and validated. Where nowadays, it's like I'm showing up out of the responsibility to be there and be a part of the crowd that I was first introduced to. It's almost like, switching roles.
Yeah. You want to be that person that someone will see at their first Pride experience and be like, wow, that person was so nice to me. And this is like amazing.
As opposed to being the person who's like running around with no underwear and a sarong on.
Yeah, like making it somebody's like first awkward Pride. Like we've all had those.
But
And
it's literally become a thing where we show up to be the change we want to see.
Yeah. But another thing is do not take a Rice Krispie treat from anybody at Pride, okay? If you did not come with them, if you did not bake those pastries or those snacks, don't eat them.
Especially if it looks like it has parsley on it. Run.
Parsley.
Say, adult.
If it's colorful, if it's rainbow colored, don't eat it unless it's at the snack stand. But don't just say, hey, you want some? No.
How about this? Don't eat nobody's home-baked goods.
No. I baked some brownies. You want some? No, you will be
Hell to the no.
To the psychedelic shack. That's where it's at, okay?
Y'all better go get you a Hickama cup. I hate Hickama. Hickama is the devil.
I can't.
Like, I hate that I'm admitting this, but when I was younger and really misogynistic, I used to call Hickama the lesbian fruit because it has no sugar. It's like a carrot stick, but white. So it's just bland. It's just a crunch. No flavor.
I can't.
It was just sustenance. Like, it was just good for you. Like, that was it.
I can't deal with that.
I tell people all the time, Omi was gangster AF. Like,
yeah, you ain't like that no more.
Yeah, I'm a softie now. People don't know it, but I am. Kinda.
Well, kinda.
I'm like a Sour Patch. I'm sour than I'm sweet,
I can't even eat Sour Patches no more. They be messing with me. This sounded like a really, like, up there in age person thing to say. I can't eat those no more. They mess with me.
Like when you told me I couldn't eat Takis because they're gonna make my stomach hurt, and then I terms with the fact that I'm getting old.
We had an elderly couple conversation. It was like, oh, I don't think you should eat those. That's gonna mess with your stomach.
And like at first I was like, what the hell? I've never said that to you. And I'm like, wait a minute, you kind of right though, because like
I just was like, that would mess with me. So I would not eat something hot before I go to sleep. My stomach will wake up and be like, "Arr."
totally.
So I was just looking out for you. We see each other.
Yeah, pride is the gift that never stops giving. I just got tagged inside an old friend's video of two lesbians humping on the Great America stage. One was in a sundress and the other one was just like a Pretty Ricky fan in 2008, like the flannel with the tank top over it, like the people who dance at the Apple store.
Oh my god, no.
And they was dancing at Pitbull, like grinding on it. My Pitbull, we get crazy. My Pitbull, we get crazy. The one girl like bent over in her sundress, and I was just like, I don't want to have a Janet Jackson moment. And I kid you not, the girl behind the one in the sundress, she Jamaica humped her across the stage. Like she chased that thing from left to right. Okay.
That thing.
The crowd went wild.
Okay.
And I was one of the people screaming.
On the floor.
I was like, ah! It was just like, oh yeah, I forgot I met Neon Hitch at Pride Night.
Oh wow.
And that picture was really cute. It looked like we was best friends.
We besties.
I do love her though.
Yeah, she's cool. Yeah, I'm excited about Pride. It's a couple more days. Like, I'm getting like, I gotta get out there. I live in the Bay Area, so I gotta get out there soon.
I'm wondering, and you guys let me know in the comments, like, should I still Shaudy like the night before and us wake up like butt crack early to like actually stream us getting ready? And
I think that's a good idea.
Obviously, I'll look back at the comments later on. So just throwing it out there, seeing if one people want to see. So anything else coming? Anything else that you want to share with the base of people who watch us?
Well, I'm just excited for the future. I'm excited for Pride. I'm excited for my future YouTube videos that will be coming out soon. I'm not going to say when, but just watch out for that. It'll be very exciting. So stay tuned. And also, you have a few videos coming soon. You always have your tarot card readings.
Yeah, and I know that can be a little confusing for some of y'all who are like, I thought this was a makeup channel. Look, I got to do what I got to do. I got to get this view time. I'm just being 100% right now.
It's not useless videos though. Like, it's knowledge.
I mean, yeah, that's true. But I thought I was going to be a beauty channel. And life had other plans for me. And I'm fine with that because the viewership is real. And I'm thankful for that.
Yeah. Definitely.
But bear with me because my channel is going to be a little bit of a balancing act. It's going to be the tarot that is for the viewer, because that's what you guys find literally the most value in. I feel like the makeup videos going forward are just going to be for me. Like, for example, we did the Bay video. That was 100% like just something that we came up with in a conversation. Like, I really wish I could see this on the platform. And there's not a video out there like it. And we have literally the only one on a platform with billions of videos. Like, we are the only makeup dance collab that has actually existed.
That's exciting. And a lot of people don't.
Nathan, I just saw your comment. You're so cute. I can't.
What did he say?
Any advice for a first time visit of Pride, I think? To Pride.
You gotta let them
Wear
know.
something really lightweight. Really lightweight. You want to feel the breeze because there will be unescapable moments of sun, and I'm gonna be running for the shade at all times.
Get out of the heat.
Stay
Drink water.
hydrated.
Jinx.
If you choose to drink, make sure you eat earlier in the day. And I don't mean like a bag of chips. I mean like something substantial. Because heat,
fried.
sunlight, alcohol, it could be a really bad mix if you're not properly fueled.
Mm-hmm. Have fun.
Yeah, have fun. Have a lot of fun. Not too much fun though.
Not too much. Just a little bit.
But yeah, Nathan, you know you ain't gotta worry. I am personally your pride guide. I'm gonna swat away a couple people. Why are you talking about, man?
Excuse me. You need to move.
Because that is my man. I know, like this is the most genuine reaction, you guys. Like, I kid you not, Shaudy is shook because I do not show emotion.
Yeah.
Especially not in business practices. Like, to me, I really don't shit where I eat. But this is something where if I'm not transparent, then you guys in the content will suffer. So it's like I have no problem being myself.
Sorry. To be real.
I can't sing that right now. My voice a little crack.
Ooh,
To be real. Got to be real.
to be real.
I thought you was going to do the long one.
To be real. Got to have a baby.
Yeah, obviously, I just don't have the register for that. When you ready to hear some Luther Vandross, I take you out tonight. The scandal was, I'm not talking about where Luther Vandross during Pride Month. I am not doing it.
Please don't.
I'm not.
Ooh.
How about the Raiders?
What'd you say?
I said, how about them Raiders?
Yes, how about the Raiders? Oh, town.
Do it for my city.
Oh, town. So you gotta do the roll off. Oh, town.
That's stupid.
It's really hot.
Yeah, it's always really hot when we be laughing. Plus, I got like 400 grams of hair in my head right now, so that doesn't help.
Ooh. I got on my hat.
It's a beanie.
My Brazilian beanie. I think this is, I don't even know what it is, to be honest.
Combination of an ensemble.
It's a combination of an ensemble. You know. To be real.
Yeah, I know. I feel like everybody gonna be in disbelief watching me be nice to somebody. People act like I don't have a heart at all. But
you're fine.
I don't know. It's weird. I do feel a little vulnerable, but what's life if you're not living it?
Exactly. I'm getting loopy.
Well, we have been going for like 2 hours.
Yeah.
Like,
I can feel it.
Okay.
I can breathe. I can't breathe it because I lost my voice.
See, that's what's starting to happen to me. I always know by the end of the podcast, ain't no singing happening.
I'm hoarse.
Like, do you want to be the next James Charles meme? Woo, woo, woo.
You in this James Charles. Yeah.
It just makes me mad because it's like everybody else who's not melanated is allowed to talk about it. I say one thing and my YouTube randomly disappears.
Cancel.
I was locked out of everything at once.
I want him out of here. Hit the bricks.
I was sister canceled for like 20 minutes.
Gosh. No, thank you.
It's funny though, because everybody was like, yeah, you need to be careful about what you talk about. I was like, I'm not going to censor myself.
For who? For why?
Exactly.
Why come?
Yeah.
You can't talk like that. That's not okay.
No. I almost said what my parents used to say when they used to correct us, and it was not politically correct.
What?
They used to say N-word speak.
Oh.
Like, you need to talk correctly. Like, my parents used to drill it in my head that if you want to talk a certain way with your friends, you can talk that way. Just make sure the windows are closed.
I mean,
you don't want the neighbors hear, like, you don't want the neighbors hearing you talking ratchet.
I mean, my parents don't. I don't know. I talk really proper because I was always taught proper English, and my dad has an accent, and I kind of had one when I was little, but it comes back when I'm angry. Like if I'm really mad, I'll like say something. I can't even really do it without being upset, but yeah, it's really funny.
Well, yeah, I feel like I'm like on the fence about what to do. Like, should I create content during Pride? Should I live in the moment at Pride? I feel like it's possible to do a little bit of both without necessarily not being in the moment. Because that's my fear. I don't want to spend my festival behind a phone. Like, I want to actually be there and and have fun. So,
have somebody else tape for you. I said tape. Oh my gosh. I'm almost 30. I said tape. Like, oh, we need to tape this. Like, instead of record or something. Don't nobody use a tape no more.
Place them on invisible pearls. Like Miss J.
I'm from the old school. We don't measure. This is one time where my roommate, I was making pancakes and I was eyeballing it because that's what you do, okay? You eyeball it. And I wasn't measuring, I was just pouring it in. She's like, you're not going to use the measuring cup? I was like, girl, I'm from the old school. We don't measure. And she was just like, what?
So you going to tell them the real pancake story?
What's the real pancake story?
About
no.
No. You need to say it.
Wait, what are we talking about?
Let people know about why you fainted on the floor in Los Angeles.
No.
If you don't say it, I'm going to say it.
I almost cussed.
Oh, snap.
Okay, so there was this person that one of my roommates was dating, and he went to the gym. We'll just say that. A lot. And he was in the kitchen one day. I'd never met him before, and he was making like pancakes or something.
Like a general description. The man was like 6'4", probably like 240 something, and completely solid. He didn't like to wear t-shirts, which made it really awkward because I'm like, I gotta talk to you in your eyes if I see any skin. Like I do that with women if I see cleavage. So it's like I don't break that contact. But continue on. So now they know that he's like huge and buff.
Mind you, okay, this was a long time ago. I was young. I went in there and I was just like, okay, it's kind of the morning. I was still kind of tired. I didn't look cute at all. And I walk out there, I see him, I don't say a word. Like, I didn't even say hello. Like, he clearly saw me. It wasn't like, I just went like this. I was like, And I just turned around and I just went back in my room and fainted on the ground because
And
I
when
was,
you were in the room, I was like, what's happening? Like you came through there so fast and you did one of those like slam it and put your back against it. And you just
yeah.
melted.
I was like,
If I remember correctly, you did like a scream and a moan at the same time. It was like, oh, and I was like, what
you
is
are
going on?
ruining this. You
And
are
your
like,
words back to me were, there is a buff black man inside our kitchen, shirtless, making pancakes.
but I said it like I was upset. Like I was like mad that he was there.
I was just like, is that like your thing? Like, is that what you're into?
Me and my sister, when we were younger, used to say, "Oh yeah," like we used to joke about having like a fantasy or whatever. We'd be like, "Oh, we just want somebody shirtless with a plate of pancakes or a plate of waffles," and that was just like our thing to say. So when it actually happened in Los Angeles, I was like, "I don't know what to do with this. Like, what am I supposed to do?" So I fainted,
Oh. And I
and she
remember,
told
I
him.
so remember. Do you remember what I said to you?
What'd you
I was
say?
like, so you asked the Lord for a buff man to bring pancakes into the house, and you weren't specific about who he belonged to.
I didn't say my man. I didn't say my man, and I should have said my man. But I mean, it happened, and I was just like, I told my roommate, I was like, because we had talked about it before, and she's like, "Oh yeah, he's really handsome, right?" And I was like, "Oh yeah, sure." I wasn't really looking at the picture, like I was just like, "Oh yeah, whatever." And when I saw him in person, I was like, and so I told her I fainted, and she told him, and then I mean, he was nice to me after that, but she wasn't.
Yeah,
And
she was not. She was like, "What you doing talking about, man?" That is.
but I didn't even really want him like that. It was just because I was like, oh wow, like, and he looks familiar to me. Like, you know how like sometimes people like feel like the familiar person. I was like, you remind me of like, he said it first. He's like, oh, you remind me of my sister, and I was like,
He did used to say that. I remember that.
yeah. And I mean, he was super cool. Like, I didn't have any problems with him, but she used to get so mad at me. Oh my god.
Well, yeah, like when we were looking for, like we was looking for y'all. She was looking for
Don't
Scotty.
you dare! Don't you dare start it like that. You gonna make people think.
Yeah, I was just listening to music in the car. Instead, you could have told. You could have told me. You
I
could have
didn't
told.
know.
He was walking around, sir. Like pretty much, like that entire lot area. Like we were like, where did they go?
Oh, I thought I told you guys.
No, I think you said it like in Abby or something.
You guys didn't hear me.
Yeah, and Abby, all you can hear boom, toosh, 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 toosh,
I was
toosh,
like, I'm gonna go outside.
I'm like, okay, bitch.
Okay, see you later. But
I'm like,
yeah,
where did she go?
I just
Like,
back in the car, I was chilling, and then I remembered she was just like so mad
she
at that.
got back in the car with an attitude. Like she was not happy.
I'm sorry. Like, damn. what do you want me
It
to
was
do?
hilarious in hindsight, though.
Yeah, because I didn't realize I did it.
Well, while we're
At that
sharing stories, can I share the time I had to defend your honor in the inside the elevator?
oh.
We were at the Beverly Center, you guys. The Beverly Center, the bougiest. I mean, just under Rodeo. So yeah, we're in Beverly Hills. Elevator cramped full of people, and like at the time, Shadi had a friend who I told her was not her friend, but gets in the dang elevator. We're on opposite sides, and he asks Shadi like, so like when you sign up for like a job or like an interview, do you like disclose that you wear wigs? Keep in mind, this person just said they went to band camp for 2 weeks. Band camp. They went to the feds. They got locked down because they didn't pay a $50 fee for 2 weeks. So when they said that in front of,
Just kidding.
they literally, and then on top of that, after you said no, they said, "Oh, is your wig synthetic?"
in the elevator in front
And
of
you
people.
froze. I said, wait a minute, hold up. Job applications? I was like, but don't you have to put that you were just incarcerated?
Yeah, like I was so mad because I was the only black person in the elevator. I mean, other than you, like it was just like, why would you do something like that? So people are like,
And do
oh,
you
what's
remember how they were like, what's wrong with Marco?
yeah, they're like, oh, what's wrong with him? Like, why is he being so mean? I'm like, you just told me I had synthetic hair in the middle of like the Beverly Hills Mall in front of everybody that was not my skin color. And they just had me looking all kinds of ghetto. And I was just like, that made me so mad. And I knew if I acted on that,
You
I
were
would
gonna
have looked
get
even worse.
APW.
Yeah, like, so I was just like, you really gonna say that? Like, okay. But, yeah, that story was annoying. Made
Yeah.
me mad again.
I feel like this podcast has been pretty lit in conversation. We like covered pride from the Ruta to the Tuta, and we have given some hilarious personal stories about everything from the actual topic of pride and life in general.
Did I just sing Cheryl Lynn? Is that her name? What you think?
I don't know who's that. I don't know if that's her song.
I sang that. So yeah, we did a lot.
Yeah, it's funny. I've gotten really comfortable doing these podcasts. Like, it's probably like the most fun thing to do. Like, don't get me wrong. I love doing tarot. Don't get me wrong. I love it, but it's a task. This is like I get to speak directly to who's watching. I get to answer questions. We get to like literally get live feedback. Like it's a different experience than anything else that I've done on this platform. And I'm so lucky that like I have a co-host. Like I know like my name is on the channel, but until we get you up to 1,000 subs, we're gonna have to just keep you a frequent person here.
That's fine with me.
But don't worry, when you get 1,000, I'm gonna get your ass over there.
You better get on your own live stream. You've been on mine too much. You think you could just come back and forth whenever you please?
Then I could just, go live at the same time as you and call you and be like, ha, I see those viewers you got, now raising more viewers.
Oh, that's not fair. I built this. I'm just kidding.
So you're gonna meet me fast.
I was gonna cookie lion.
Every time
I said moss, everybody wanna Lucius, wow. I built this company.
17 years in advance.
I went down for you.
They put me in a hole. I'm splitting.
She's like this. Oh, you can't see me. Yeah,
she probably got like punked over some fruit cocktail.
I'm not gonna say anything. I'm not gonna say anything. I think that means something else in jail.
Oh.
I don't know what it means, but I've heard that before. Your face.
Because I don't know what I just did. I don't know.
We gotta look this up afterward. Go to commercial.
I mean, okay, well, I feel like we are both extremely like done. We are down to the ground.
Done.
That, and I've been doing a much better job of actually maintaining a normal person's sleep schedule. I am no longer staying up until like 4 to produce work. Like I'm actually going to sleep and rising with the rest of the world, and still
content. I can't say the same. But
so yeah, you guys might actually get to see a lot more Azrael&Shaudy shows during normal daylight hours, which is amazing for us as well as for you.
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Thanks for watching us, you guys. We are super
so much.
Make sure that you actually look inside that description down below and get our like Instas and Twitters, because like literally that's all we ask, that you get in touch with us so we can get in touch with you, boo. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, we'll talk to you. We're not rude.
Not at all. We're actually like people who literally we read and respond back to every single DM we get, unless you're trying to sell us followers, because that is some boat.
That is some bow shit talking.
Oh, and I got a special shout out. Y'all better be lucky I don't remember the company, but they tried to play me. They're like, "Oh, can we repost you?" I'm like, "I don't care. Go for it. If there's something you like to repost, go for it." They messaged me rates, and I literally wrote back, "Ha ha 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 ha." This big old company, bro. Oh, that's real mature. And then unsent the message because they didn't want me to screenshot it.
Wow.
Then blocked me.
That was not a
But just,
company.
you know, anybody who's trying to get over on a content creator, like, I'm sorry, you're a piece of shit. You're a piece of shit to come after somebody who literally is self-producing an entire body of work, and to think that you can exploit them for money. Like, these people are entrepreneurs and creators. We were not born last night.
Yeah.
And just like I told her, and the reason that she really blocked me, do you have a better bureau, like better business bureau, like our business number? Do you have an actual physical address? Do you have a phone number to this business? Nothing.
Can I call you?
They're talking about WhatsApp.
WhatsApp? That's a scam. I
If
mean,
I,
WhatsApp people use in different countries and stuff. But
yeah,
if they
exactly.
give you a real phone number, like that's
Like, I'm not
shady
falling for that.
business.
I was born in the morning, not at night, especially not last night.
I was born at night.
I was born
At
at
9:27 p.m.
I feel like I act like somebody who was born early in the morning.
I don't even know what that means.
Just like I woke up. I woke up too early this morning. You could get over on me.
It ain't about to happen.
Not today.
But yeah,
Well, yeah.
thanks everybody for watching.
I think this is the part where we skedaddle, and make sure y'all watch videos from both of our channels.
Yes.
Yeah, and yeah, pick something that you think you'll find some interest in. There's makeup videos, there's dance videos, there's life talk, mental health talk, there's podcasts. There's a little bit of everything. So, yeah, and the tarot too. So, literally, there's something for everyone of every sign. And yeah, other than that, we'll see you guys in the next show.
See ya. Bye.
Have a good night, everybody.